Okay, go.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Pits of Metal Motorcast. This is Dave. I got Frank Hesfield from Hanging Death on the line. What's up, Frank?
Hey, how you doing, brother Dave?
Good, man. So what's going on in Cali? How's the weather out there?
Oh, man, it's gorgeous. Sunny and 80 degrees, man.
Yeah. This is lucky.
Nice breeze from the bay blowing in, I'll tell you. It's really nice. I like it a lot.
Yeah, you don't miss Illinois at all, huh?
Not really, man. Honestly, to tell you the truth, I miss a lot of the good people like you, though. You know, that's what I really miss. But you know, a lot of Chicago's metal scene is kind of segregated. To be quite honest with you, that's why we moved out here. It's more community for the metal scene.
So how's it been going so far out there for you guys?
Oh yeah.
How's it going out there so far for you guys?
Oh, very good. You know, we're already getting gigs, you know, writing stuff, new songs for the new album coming out in the fall. You know, very good stuff, very good product, you know. Just, you know, four idiots trying to stay in time and stay in tune is what I say.
Now you got a tour coming up with Thrust.
Thrust. Oh, fuck yeah, man. That's going to be a really raw tour, man, because those guys are killer, dude, and a lot of people like those. Their album, Harvest of Souls, is really kicking, you know. They're big fans of us, you know. It's why promoter Ray from Druid Entertainment decided to contact us and say, man, we think you'd be a really good fit for the bill because, you know, the Thrust guys over here, they really like Give 'Em Hell a lot and think it's really good, and our album's doing really good, and we got some possible works coming up. You know, we're talking with John Zula, who's managing Venom Incorporated right now, and honestly, possibly might be able to tour with them in the future as an opener. So, you know, that's the newest news I got for that. So, you know, big things definitely in the works.
Awesome, man. So tell us a little bit about the history of this band, man.
Okay, so we started in May of 2016. You know, just like us, you know, four guys just from Chicago. You know, I'm originally from the East Coast. I'm from Boston. You know, the greater New England area. So, you know, I came out to Chicago in 2016 because there wasn't really much happening out on the East Coast. I knew that something was going to kind of happen in Chicago, and I'll be damned if I wasn't right. You know, we just kind of got listened to some old, you know, vinyl records. You know, our drummer had at the time, and you know, have some cold old style beers, Chicago Natural, and you know, we started picking up our instruments and like, yeah, let's like make the original, you know, metal stuff that used to come out in the '80s, dude, because everyone wants to just tune down their guitars and scream, and it's like, you know, we weren't really about that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We wanted to be different, bring back something a little different, you know.
So what year did you start playing guitar?
I started playing guitar when I was about 11 years old. I mean, I didn't really get good until I was probably 14, 15 years old.
So you were self-taught or took lessons?
I took a lesson maybe once or twice, but most part I was self-taught. My music teacher in high school got me a book with a CD in it. It was just called How to Play Rock Guitar, and it, you know, had like things from like Led Zeppelin licks to Slayer to The Police, and just like all kinds of rock and roll, AC/DC, Metallica riffs. And it wasn't like exactly, it was just similar riffs and scales and modes and all kinds of stuff, tapping techniques like Buckethead, you know, just all kinds. It was just basically a mumbo jumbo conglomerate of rock music, guitar stuff. And I basically just played the shit out of that CD and practiced a hell of a lot, you know. And then I came, you know, finally became a somewhat good rhythm guitarist, I'd say.
So what was the first guitar you ever owned?
First guitar I ever owned was a Alvarez acoustic guitar from like the 1970s. It was my mother picked it up at a garage sale when I was 8 years old, and I didn't start playing it. Well, I kind of, you know, just like strum it. It sounded like a annoying little kid trying to play an instrument he didn't know nothing about. But then when I was 11, I took my first few lessons, and then I kind of got more serious about
So you still have that acoustic?
I actually do not. I don't even have any of my original guitars anymore.
So what's your go-to guitar these days?
I actually have a Gibson, a Flying V, and I have a ESP Explorer. I have it as what is it? It's just like a Stratocaster type guitar, you know.
So
I guess it's just a straight up, just regular guitar. That's the one I play the most, just because it put all the stickers on it and stuff. I just recently got the Gibson and the ESP. I got those probably within the last month. Hard work, save up my money for some nice stuff, you know.
Yeah. So currently you only own 2 guitars?
Yeah.
So what
Probably Gibson.
what kind of amp you use?
I use a Marshall JCM 900. I have a couple actually. I have that one, and I have it's called Acoustic. The brand is called Acoustic. They make a lot more bass stuff, but somehow I came across the pawn shop, man, $200 for this thing, and it sounded really cool, so I picked it up. Best bang for your buck, you know.
Yeah. So is the Metallica like a real big influence on you guys?
Oh, absolutely, definitely. All of us, grew up listening to Metallica as our first gateway to the metal realm. Them and, of course, like Black Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne, Van Halen, which isn't really, so-say metal, but hard rock, but you know what I mean. I grew up listening to Aerosmith as being one of my main influences, mainly because, they were huge. They were from the Boston area back in the 70s, and, my folks got to see them back in their heyday, back when they were just playing bars and warehouses and stuff like that. And not to mention, when I was growing up I was in boarding school for most of my high school and middle school years. I actually grew up in the Northeast state of New Hampshire, where Steven Tyler was from. It's called Lake Sunapee. And, I actually got to meet him a few more than once times, because in the summertime we would take trips out to the lake beach, and he'd always be hanging out there. Of course, local groupies and girls and guys always like, hey, Steven Tyler, blah, blah, blah. But, he was always there, and I actually did get to, talk to him once, and he said, you're going to do some great shit, kid. And I was like, fucking hearing that from him, I was like, yeah, dude, getting some hell of inspiration.
Yeah, I see all the Metallica influence, like in the Hanging Death, like Creeping Death, Hanging Death, and then all the pictures on Facebook look like Ride the Lightning and Kill 'Em All covers and shit.
Oh, well, we're kind of trying to bring back that vibe of the whole thing, because, a lot of bands, don't really have, the whole Metallica edge to them, and that's what we're bringing back, because people want that stuff, and someone's got to carry the torch of that band, A lot of I've said it so many times, I don't know how many times I'm going to keep saying it, but, thrash metal isn't what it used to be, dude. A lot of thrash metal is just crossover bands just trying to, be like Municipal Waste, or trying to be like, punky, hardcore, just fast all the time, no breaks, all the songs sound the same, a lot of people say the good thing about our album, Give 'Em Hell, is that every song has a kind of a different taste to it, and that's like what the old school Metallica kind of had to it. Every song had its own flavor, not just the same repetitive stuff over and over again, and, I can only listen to so much of that stuff, as much as I like those bands,
Okay, Frank. So, you like Metallica, Slayer, Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, Misfits, Motorhead, Anthrax, Saxon. Wait. Saxon, Black Sabbath, Megadeth, AC/DC, Ozzy Osbourne, Testament, Exodus, Death Angel, Kiss, Dio, Deep Purple. All those are my favorite, except the other ones.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm not really a Rush fan, or GBH, or Razor, or Zeppelin.
Razor, Thrash from Canada.
Yeah,
oh, yeah, Razor. Okay, I like Razor,
we all have our influences. Some of those are not mine, but that's just everyone in the band's influences.
So what do you...
Razor's good, Razor's good, but I think a lot of their early albums are some of those bands like Exciter, Razor, you know, I think that they were great bands for a time, but they had a lot of poor production on their albums in the beginning.
What do you think about Raven?
Oh, Raven, dude, yes. All for One, dude, definitely great album. That, and, you know, I got to meet John Gallagher of Raven when they came to LimeWire Lounge, actually. That was a really good show. I don't know if you guys were there, but I was there for that. And, you know, a lot of great bands have come to LimeWire Lounge, surprisingly, just because it's a small place, but Anvil's played there. You know, man, a lot of great bands. There's some other bands I can't even think of right now that have come. But Dave Horniak, really good guy, you know. He always threw a birthday show for me, you know, when we came to play there last year on my birthday, we played there, you know. He's just an overall good guy. I'm sure you guys know of Dave Horniak. You guys are in the area.
Yeah. So Frank, what's your opinion about the Judas Priest album, Firepower?
Oh, man, definitely one of the best in years, man, I have to say, you know. Honestly, dude, you know, a lot of Angel of Retribution and Nostradamus, you know, they're good, but this album definitely tops them all since probably Painkiller, in my opinion. Maybe not even that, maybe better. I don't know. I honestly just love the Lightning Strike song, you know, that's a great one. Of course, Firepower is good. A lot of people have an opinion of saying the album is too long, but dude, you know, it's definitely not as long as Nostradamus. That was ridiculously long album. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's a hell of a great comeback for them, in my opinion. I think they still got the fire that they started with since 1976 with, you know, Sad Wings of Destiny, which is my favorite album by them to this day.
Yeah, they'll be coming back in the summer with a co-headline with Deep Purple.
Oh, I know, I saw that, and you know, being a metalhead and stuff, you gotta understand, I love Deep Purple a hell of a lot because Deep Purple is definitely up there with Black Sabbath as one of the pioneers of heavy metal, even though they had a more psychedelic, groovy approach to their music. But you know, you gotta remember Richie Blackmore came out of it and formed Rainbow with Ronnie James Dio, and you know, Rainbow Rising is definitely one of my top 10 favorite albums of all time as well.
Yeah. Now, who came up with the name Hanging Death?
Oh, we all came up with it. We were like, what was it, one day, you know, because at one point we were a band called Alcoholimus, and we were like, you know, a very grindcore, you know, thrash band, and we were just like, we started that back on the East Coast, and, you know, we tried to make it work in Chicago, but it didn't really work. So we're like, okay, you know, we're just going to start fresh here with something else. And, like, you know, we were, like, running out of ideas, and then our guitarist says, well, why don't we just hang them dead right now? Let's hang dead. And I'm just like, hanging death? And then they're like, what? Hanging death? Like, you know, death's just kind of hanging above us right now. Like, we're all, like, got an impending doom, you know? Just, like, trying to come up with a name. Fucking Hanging Death, you know.
Yeah. So
and that's what we go. You know, the Hanging Death thing is like kind of like, you know, a lot of people think it's like a suicide thing, but like it's actually the meaning we had in mind was, you know, like death's just kind of looming over you. You never know when it's gonna come and strike, and that's kind of how death is, dude. You never know when it's gonna come, dude. You know, so always live by the Carpe Diem motto. Seize the day, for tomorrow you'll die. You know?
Yeah.
And that's been our motto since. Just full speed ahead and living life the best we can and keep writing new stuff. You know, we've already got 7 songs in it, new stuff. I don't want to leak anything right now because, you know, we're still trying to construct them to the best and come up with more stuff. But, you know, we're thinking about releasing some secret rehearsal space stuff in the upcoming weeks here, but we might not. I don't know. I'm still debating that for fans only.
Yeah. So now with Hanging Death, was that the first band you've ever been in?
Oh yeah.
So that's your baby.
Hanging Death is the baby. I'm married to the band, you know.
Is this for the band?
Well, we're all kind of married to the band. It's kind
Wait,
it's a lifestyle.
Wait,
you know, it's
Frank.
a way of life.
Frank, so this is your first band ever?
No, this isn't my first band. I've been in a couple other stuff that, you know, that not really didn't really do anything super big, you know. I had a moment of insight, you know, where I just like, I want to make it, you know. I don't want to just be playing, you know, with a bunch of potheads smoking weed in the basement, just like, yeah, making music, yeah, you know. You know, like, you know, a bunch of bums who just like kind of want to sit there and drink and, you know, nothing wrong. We all drink and stuff. We love, you know, to have a good time, but like, you know, it's a matter of, you know, actually being creative at the end of the day with the music over the other things.
Yeah.
And we want to play everywhere. We've discussed, you know, with the tour, this is going to be our first way to get our wings, and then the guys, you know, we want to constantly be doing stuff and find ways to make loopholes and make this actually into a career, because what we know about the music business, most people don't know, and we've got a fire that most bands don't have in their own inner self, because we are destined to find any loophole in the system of the music business to make it. And these, you know, this is going to be a little weird to sound, but a lot of these hip-hop artists, they use streaming platforms to make money. And sometimes that's actually, you got to steal someone else's ideas to make your money. And we found out how to do that a little bit. We're starting to actually make a sustainable amount of money, not to live off of, but a sustainable amount of money to eventually live off of, probably in the next couple of years if we really keep pushing ourselves the way we've been right now.
So how many?
And that's a crazy, amazing thing, you know.
Yeah.
Because a lot of bands don't ever get to see that anymore.
So how many recordings you guys got out total right now?
We just got the Give 'Em Hell recording out right now, the first debut album, but we're going to have another, you know, health-giving album come out in the fall called Even the Score. We've already started promoting it. We're going to have a couple singles. You know, during the whole tour, we're going to try to get some bootlegs for the fans, because, you know, give those away for free. And when we come to Chicago, I hope to see you guys there. It's a toss-up between Reggie's and the Cobra Lounge right now, so one of those venues will be where we play at. And I'll make sure to put you guys on the guest list.
Hell yeah.
Maybe hook you up with some goodies.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna see you. I'll make sure I'll wear my Metallica slutty shirt.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's
Yeah.
what I'd like to hear. We'll make sure to stock up on all our shirts and stuff, and give you, maybe if we have an extra few, we'll give you one for free.
Yeah.
You guys are great guys, and we appreciate you interviewing. And unfortunately, the rest of the band, they couldn't make it because they're out, you know, doing some legwork right now, actually.
Yeah.
So it's just me.
Yeah.
But they wish they could be here.
We'll do an interview with the band soon.
Yeah, maybe you can interview us at the show. All
Yeah.
four of us. That'd be great, actually.
Yeah.
And we could record it on video.
Yeah. We'll do it on video camera, not on the cell phone, not on the radio show. We'll do it on video camera. That'll be better.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Like
What
we
other
did.
questions you guys got for me? I'm an open book. You can ask me anything.
Do you have a favorite song off of Give 'Em Hell?
My favorite album, I'm sorry, my favorite song probably have to be Way of the Dragon.
Why is that one?
Tell me what your favorite songs are so far.
What's your favorite song?
My favorite song is "Take Over the World."
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, that's a popular one. That's my favorite song to play live.
I really want to take over the world.
Hell yeah, world domination. We're going to get it one way or another, you know? If you strive for it, you can get it. No problem.
Wait, I got an evil laugh for it.
So when you guys play live, what's the song that gets the crowd going most?
House music.
Well, I definitely think that the Reanimator, that's a big one. Take Over the World, Eagles Undead. Feel the Fire. And of course, like Death from Above, that's a good one too. But it's a little more melodic. Aurora is our instrumental. It's like a 8-minute song, It can turn into a jam sometimes if we're really into it, a little bit longer than 8 minutes, maybe 10, because we like to have the crowd to feel the music and shit. What else? Feel the Fire. Way of the Dragon, that's like a very like spine-chilling song. A lot of people say, the song gives me goosebumps, and I'm like, really? We added a lot of harmony and melody to that song because it's I like Bruce Lee a lot, and we used it about Bruce Lee and how he, manifested the ancient, knowledge, ancient Chinese secrets, and he released them to the world, the power within and shit like that.
Wait, you said Bruce Lee? Dave looks like Bruce Lee.
Sorry, I couldn't hear what you said.
I said you said Bruce Lee. Dave looks like Bruce Lee.
She said, did you say Bruce Lee?
Yeah.
she was trying to say I look like Bruce Lee.
Yeah. I love Bruce Lee, man. He's the man, dude.
So
he was a genius for his time, dude, for sure.
So when you guys lived out here in Chicago, what national bands did you guys open for?
Local bands that we open up for?
No, did you open for any bigger bands?
Yeah, actually, we opened up for the Michelangelo Badio. We also opened up for, honestly, it's like the only guy that was really big that we opened up for, because a lot of the people in Chicago are, I don't know why, but they like to trash on us a lot, mainly because I've noticed that a lot of the Midwestern metal communities are very elitist, and for whatever reason, they just don't favor what we're doing, mainly because they think we're kind of a ripoff, or think we're kind of a joke, or whatever it is, but we don't give a fuck. We're going to keep going regardless. And honestly, there's more appreciation for what we're doing here in Cali, which is why we came out here to begin with.
That sucks about Chicago.
So what part?
In Chicago, there's very good and far few in between people like yourselves and Dave Horniak, and of course, our friends in Rain and stuff like that. There's a lot of good, bands that actually appreciate what we did, and they were sad that we left. But in order for us to kind of have a bigger opportunity to get success, we had to come out here because there's a lot more to offer for us to grow.
So now, what part of California you guys in?
The San Francisco Bay Area.
Okay, the Bay Area.
Where it all started, man.
Yeah, Bay Area thrash.
Oh yeah, and there's talks. Our drummer John Guevara, he's actually really good friends with Garrett Holt and Jeff Fossman from Possessed. And there's talks. Gary Holt actually does produce bands on his meantime when he's not doing Slayer or Exodus, and he might be involved in the next Hanging Death album. That's up in there. It's not a guarantee, but it's a possibility.
Cool, Gary Holt.
That's
There's a lot of big in the works of Hanging Death right now, and we're the type of band, if we keep doing the same thing over and over again, we get bored with ourselves. So we always got to kind of get a new, different for everything we do.
Yeah. So Frank, what's the fondest memory you have of being in this band so far?
What's my favorite thing about being in this band?
No. What's been your fondest memory of being in Hanging Death?
Shit. Oh man, we actually had this old rehearsal space in Melrose Park, dude, and we used to jam on the rooftops up there, man, in the summer last year, and it was great. We used to go up there, get a 30-pack, some liquor, make some dime bag Darryl drinks, the one with auction for that. But we used to drink those and get like Lagunitas and stuff like that. And man, we just sit up there all night and fucking play.
Was that like the Black Tooth Grin drink or something like that?
Yeah, that's it. That's the name of it.
Yeah.
Didn't you
Black
drink that,
Tooth Grin
Dave?
or some shit, yeah.
Dave, did you
Yeah, I remember that in Pantera's home videos.
Oh, dude, those are hilarious. You remember I don't know if you remember this one, but there's the one where the Ingwe Malmsteen incident, they're like, you like donuts? And he's like, oh, like donuts.
Yeah.
I fucking like donuts, man.
Yeah, that's classic, man.
Yeah. It's funny because our big guitarist, Johnny Rose, he's from Russia, so, like, he always thinks of that memory as fond as fuck, because his main inspiration is Ingwe Malmsteen, Steve Vai, and Satriani, you know. And Kirk Hammett of Metallica. That's his favorite.
Now, Frank, do you have any funny or embarrassing moments being in this band?
Funny, embarrassing moments?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Do we all have those? There was this one time, right? The guitar tech
Black Tooth
we had at the time, it was actually for a radio show, believe it or not. He handed us our guitars, right? Little did he know the tuner he was using was messed up. Like the tuner our guitars, because he put it, I don't know, he had a few drinks or something, but so he tuned my guitar in E flat, and Johnny's could tune in E sharp for a show. And that that was embarrassing and funny as hell at the same time. And then on top of that, we were the last band, actually. Technically, we actually we headlined for Badio, actually, that show. We were supposed to open up for him, but we ended up opening up he ended up opening up for us. So yeah, by the time then, the sound guy was so drunk, fell asleep in his chair. The sound system was not even turned, like the monitors that are facing us weren't even turned on. We couldn't hear ourselves play. It was just wow. For Michael Badio, too.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Which club was this at?
It happens, dude. You know, we all have failing moments, but that's what helps us grow as musicians, man.
So where was this show at?
Cheers in Midlothian.
Okay. We've been there.
Out there on the south side. It used to be known as Sullivan's, I think.
Yeah, we've been there.
So.
Sure, you guys know where that's at. You've been
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been so many places, man. Through the years.
Yeah, that some guy got fired the next day after that because a couple of people complained about that. Fell asleep while we were playing and stuff. I was like, really?
Oh God.
So what guitar players are your biggest influences?
My biggest influences? Oh, as musicians or as a band?
As musicians.
Oh, so Angus Young, definitely. I'd have to say Bon Scott of AC/DC. That whole era of that music changed my life for making me want to play music. James Hetfield of Metallica. Of course, Steven Tyler of Aerosmith. Joe Perry. Eddie Van Halen. Randy Rhoads, the biggest. People could say it's James Hetfield or whoever, but honestly, Randy Rhoads is my biggest influence ever.
How about Lemmy?
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, absolutely, man. That man, Lemmy is God.
Oh, I got Lemmy hanging right across the room from me.
She's got.
I saw him, man, and dude, that guy could jerk anybody under the table. He could fucking drink anybody under the table and drink more than his own bandmates, and his bandmates would drink just as much as him, maybe more. He could still play better than Mickey D or the Filthy Animal or with Fast Eddie, because something about that man, he just like, he could do it, man.
Oh yeah, Mr. Jack and Coke.
Jack and Coke, baby, that was his go-to, and strippers definitely strippers were his favorite too, and video games. I remember he played a lot of video games and collected a lot of World War II memorabilia. He was a very cool guy.
Yeah,
wish I could have met him. Did you guys meet him?
Yeah, I met Lemmy. Was it 2012 or 2011? I don't know. I think it was 2012 or 2011 at the at the rave for the Giganta tour. And yeah, okay. After he was done playing, he went down to the bar, and I didn't know he was at the bar. I went to the bar to get me a cup of water to take some pills for my headache, and so I see Lemmy sitting there. There was someone sitting next to Lemmy. He kicked him off the chair. He told me to sit next to him, and we had a talk for like 23 minutes.
Oh wow, that's nice.
Yup.
Yeah, I would have loved to have met Ronnie James Dio, man.
Oh, heck yeah.
I heard he was real nice and talked for a long time, man.
Oh, dude, he would always talk to everyone like they were, like he knew him for years, kind of like Ronnie James Dio did, you know? He was just really good with the fans.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. I said I wish I could have met Ronnie James Dio.
Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, that's me too, dude, you know, because Dio's like my spirit animal, dude. That guy is definitely actually probably one of my biggest top 10 as well. Recently, he, had a major influence over me, though. I knew who he was, but, I didn't really get really into him until the last couple years.
Yeah.
Holy diver. Okay, Dave, talk.
What other questions you guys got for me? I'll answer anything. I love these interviews. You're a really cool guy, Dave. I love talking with you. You as well, Tanya. You guys are good people.
Thanks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, now,
Everyone needs to hear that.
now, in your perspective, what are the pros and cons in the music business?
Well, pros and cons.
Hello?
Make it is just keep going, don't quit. Those are the pros. The pros, relentless drive. Making sure you don't give up even when times get tough. Honestly, I can't. The cons are for people who honestly really don't know a thing or two about. I researched it. I've been researching the music business before I even really knew how to play guitar, just because, I knew I wanted to be a musician someday, so I picked up, I think I was about 12, 13 years old, I picked up, this business of music by those two lawyers. I forget their names, but I had also The Idiot's Guide to the Music Business,
Jay
which was a
Sculio?
way more easier book for me to read at 12 years old than that one was, because this business is music is a very, very, very complex book.
Wait, you said two lawyers, right? Is it Jay Sculio? Jay Sculio? Because I know he's in a band.
Yeah. And just, don't ever give up. That's all you got to do. And sure, you look for the answers, because no one else is gonna do it for you.
Okay, let me ask you again. What's the lawyer you're talking about, Jay Sculio?
I don't remember the names of the lawyers.
Okay, anyways, so Jay Sculio is in a rock band, and he's Trump's attorney, just to let you know.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was just saying, he's in a rock band too, so I don't know.
Oh, hell yeah, rock and roll is everywhere.
Yep.
Rock and roll is what unites us as people of the planet.
Mm-hmm.
You could be speaking, French, and you could be speaking Portuguese, and I'm speaking English, but, you go to a concert, man, you don't even give a shit. You just know what the thing is, because music's the language of the universe,
Yeah.
Brings us all together.
Yep.
What's your opinion on promoters that do pay-to-play shows, man?
Well, you can take it one way or the contract saying, we don't pay you until the show's over. And with that being said, you write up that contract and you don't even pay them at all unless they were really good to you.
Who is it?
You gotta kind of be you gotta kind of be out for yourself in these businesses, dude. Because pay to play, dude. Unless you're like, like for instance, the guy who did the radio show, we sold like 75 tickets and we didn't get a cent from it because the guy ran off with our money as soon as we went on stage. So that's the thing you gotta watch out for. So that's what, lesson learned is that watch out for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And if you do pay to play, make sure you know this promoter, make sure you know people who know him and have a reputable source of who he is and what he does, because there's just too many vultures out there. I see guys getting screwed left and right by promoters like the Mr. Bruce and others,
Yeah.
So always make sure you know these guys and they're not greasy.
Alright. So,
And make sure they show you a contract too. They could talk you all you want about how they can do this and that until the proof's in the pudding. I wouldn't do shit.
alright, so we're gonna throw some fun questions at you here, Frank.
Alright?
What-
I like fun questions.
What's your favorite food?
Oh, all of it. Oh man, sushi, dude. I love sushi.
I make killer sushi.
Oh, I love sushi. I love I like traditional Japanese ramen, like with eggs and the wasabi and the pho and stuff like that. That's my favorite. Duck egg.
I love tofu.
I like a lot of Asian food.
Oh yeah.
Especially Thai too. It's really good.
Thai
I like
rice.
spicy stuff. If you want to ask me one thing like food, I like spicy stuff. Oh, I can't get enough of it. Spicy, spicy, spicy.
I like Thai rice.
Really? Okay, that's awesome. Me too. I like the peanut oil and the peanut crumbly toppings and the pad thai. A lot of that stuff's really good.
Yeah, sesame oil is good too.
Heck yeah. Korean barbecue is really good too. Korean.
Dude, seriously, you're making me hungry now. Okay.
I like a lot of seafood. I like seafood a lot. New
Frank,
England seafood is definitely the go-to food.
So what's your favorite beverage? Non-alcoholic, alcoholic, either or, both.
Fucking
Beer.
beer. Beer, it's what's for dinner.
What's your favorite beer?
Oh. Ooh. Golden Monkey.
what kind of beer is that?
A triple Belgian ale, and it's 9.5%.
Okay.
You can get it at Benny's, you can get it at Foremost, you can get it pretty much anywhere in Chicago. It's really good. It's made by Victory Brewing.
But see, the thing is, we don't live in Chicago. We live by Wisconsin.
You guys live in Cook County, right?
And we don't live in Cook County. We live in Lake County.
Oh. Well, you can get it anywhere.
Yeah, I know.
You can get it there. You can get it, wherever. It's in Illinois.
I know. So,
Where you guys live, like Round Lake and stuff like that?
yeah, we live around there.
Oh, okay, cool. That's awesome.
Okay. Are you a cat or a dog person?
Both.
Okay. Do you have both at home?
Can't discriminate. Actually, I only have a dog right now, but no, I don't think that's...
Okay.
I grew up with cats.
Okay. Would you dare to hold a tarantula?
No, absolutely not. I am not a spider person. That is my one phobia. That is it. I can not afraid of anything else. Just get them away from me. I don't like spiders.
Okay, first concert you've been to? First concert you've been to?
College?
Concert.
First concert you ever went to?
Oh, Metallica. 2008. And AC/DC. Black Ice Tour and Death Magnetic Tour is my first concerts.
Wait, how old are you?
I am 21 years old.
Really?
Yep. I was born July 2nd, 1996.
Really? You're only 21 years old.
Huh?
Wow, you're only a baby.
Sorry, what did she say there?
She said
Cut in and out.
She said you're only a baby yet.
I am a baby. Baby Frank.
So,
I'm the metal egg, you know? I just hatched.
So what's your top 5 favorite bands of a lifetime?
Top 5 favorite bands of all time. Metallica, AC/DC, Moped, Rainbow, and Black Sabbath.
Now who writes all the lyrics in Hanging Death?
Me for the most part, and our guitarist and bass player writes some stuff as well. Our drummer, he has some ideas, but he never finishes them.
Who writes all the music?
We all do. Sometimes, we all do. Certain parts, have, like for instance, Johnny will play, he'll like have like a really nasty riff, and I'm like, okay, let's transition it with this. And then the bass player, he plays guitar, drummer plays a little guitar a little bit, doesn't really, but he still has like, hey, can we make it sound like this? Make the key, do harmonies, do that, progression this, slow down, like, we all have an input in the say of writing the songs.
Yeah. So, how long was the recording process for the last recording, the one you guys made?
For Give 'Em Hell?
Yeah.
Probably about 3 weeks, a little under a month.
Where'd you guys record at?
Rock and Shop Studios. It's in Glenview, Illinois.
Who produced it? Who was the producer?
We didn't really have that. It's kind of self-produced. Rock and Shop kind of said they produced it, but they didn't really produce shit.
So in the next 10 years, where do you see Hanging Death at?
In the what?
In the next 10 years, where do you see the band at?
Worldwide dominated success. Big time. Flying Japan, Australia, China, Russia, Germany, Hong Kong, fucking South Africa, South America, Mexico, Canada, England, France, Europe, fucking Egypt.
okay, well, Frank, we're running out of time. Thank you for Thank you for this interview. You want to tell?
Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure. I look forward to seeing you guys.
Wait,
in September too.
you want to tell people about your websites where they can find you at?
Yes, go to hangingdeath.bandcamp.com, Hanging Death Facebook, Hanging Death Twitter, Hanging Death Instagram, Hanging Death Cloud, Hanging Death Spotify, Hanging Death iTunes, hangingdeath.threadless.com. If you want to buy merchandise, just go to the Facebook page and click the shop link. CDs, go to Bandcamp. You can get vinyl at vinylizeit.com.